Mary Catherine Ham, Brian Wilson, Brian Neiman, today's newsmakers, and you, the Morning Majority. 105.9 FM, AM 630. WMAL.
It is 8:07 on the Morning Majority. The Bryans are here, Mary Catherine's back, and we've got a guy on the line that I'm going to be spending some time with tonight.
Yes, Representative Allen West, who will be performing at the D.C. Improv tonight as part of D.C.'s Funniest Celebrity.
I just think it's funny performing, the congressman performing. It's great. It just sounded kind of strange to me, but I'm sure Congressman West will do a great job.
He's a good speaker. How's it going, Congressman?
It's going very well, and congratulations. Welcome back from your honeymoon, Mary, and to the Bryans, howdy, and I look forward to seeing you all tonight.
All right, so you got your material ready?
Well, look, I'm just acting every day up here in Congress, so it's a comedy routine in itself, so I just have to be myself pretty much.
All right, give us some sense of the themes in which you're going to explore during your performance, your stand-up routine at DC's Funniest Celebrity.
Well, I think that, when you look at some of the things that are going on in the presidential race, I mean, I could, make jokes about that for probably from now till my next birthday. But, that and some of the things that are going on with this sequestration and the defense budget. And then, of course, you got to just, have a good time, when you're a black conservative and some of the interesting things that have happened. And it's going to be kind of fun poking some people in the chest as far as with the liberal media. And I got a Rosetta Stone English translation thing for Ariana Huffington.
Okay.
That should be fun.
Yeah, my goodness.
I wonder, because I do public speaking pretty frequently, but I got to say that doing a comedy routine is it's pretty scary. It's scary. Yeah. Do you experience any nerves?
No, you don't. One of the things you have to realize is that probably some of the most humorous people in the world are soldiers and Marines, because when you think about the situations in which you find yourselves in combat, or sometimes when you're out there cold, wet, and hungry and miserable, a good sense of humor can carry you a long way. So I've had some great jokesters in my life, and so I think I'll be able to bring that to the table.
All right. Well, remember, I'm going to be judging tonight, so
yeah,
I will be. I will. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that. I wasn't going to mention it, but Well,
I mean, why not? I mean, we got the K Street lobbyists up here doing the same thing.
I just want to say, for the record, we're only teasing. I'm not taking any bribes, but I will be. I think I'm a good judge of what's funny. I know funny when I hear it, and so the bar is very high for me. I hope that you meet that standard.
Well, when you have a face like mine, just showing up, that's humorous enough.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to some serious stuff for a second. The deal, that's not a deal, but the idea of extending the payroll tax, the Social Security tax. The president wants to do it. Some Republicans say, hey, we can talk about this. Is this something you can get on board with, or, is this just a part-time tax cut rebate that really won't do anything, and that we should be still concerned greatly about deficits in this country?
Well, you're absolutely right. I cannot get along with that. As a matter of fact, I've put that in my weekly update, and I've sent out some Twitter posts on it. Because, Brian, and there has come a time when we get serious about the deficit and the debt in the United States of America. We saw 12 individuals lock themselves away for 3 months, and they proved that they could not be adults about this. We cannot continue to manipulate and lie to the American people with these Band-Aids, which is what another payroll tax holiday is. And we have to also be honest with our seniors, because this is going to affect Social Security in the long run. And we know that the clock is ticking on Social Security. The actuaries and the board of trustees between Medicare and Social Security, we're looking at, I think, 11 to 12 years for Medicare, and then another 12 or so years after that when Social Security benefits have to be cut by 25 to 30%. Payroll taxes are the means by which we fund that Social Security. We've already robbed it and raided it with wasteful spending up here. So let's get serious about, the real structural reforms that need to happen up here in Washington, D.C. It's not about extending unemployment benefits. It's not about payroll tax holidays. It's about reforming our tax code. It's about getting serious about putting Americans back to work, and that's what I stand for.
All right. I agree with that. The Democrats will come back to you. The president will say, you're raising taxes on middle-class Americans by doing this.
Well, what the president has to understand, when you look at his Patient Protection Affordable Care Act, there are 11 new taxes in there 16,000 new IRS agents. He's talking about ending the quote-unquote Bush-era tax cuts next year, which will mean the highest tax increase that the American people have already had. And let's be very serious. This guy has no position to stand on when he has taken our debt from $10.6 trillion to over $15 trillion. We've had 3 straight years of $1 trillion-plus deficits, and we're about to be on track to hit another $1 trillion-plus deficit for fiscal year 2012. So all of his policies as far as tax, regulatory, economic policies have failed the American people. So it's about time that he sits down. I'd be happy to give him a tutorial.
I want to tap into your political acumen and talk about the presidential race right now.
Oh my God.
I mean, there's 3 things going on. First, the ascendancy of Newt Gingrich in the polls, which is undeniable across the board.
Oh, absolutely.
There is, the fact that many people believe that Mitt Romney is the guy who can actually beat Obama, and that's a topic up for debate. And then, as a side note, there's this thing going on with Herman Cain. Your thoughts?
Well, let's start with the last one first. With what's going on with Mr. Cain, I think that really, beyond reassessing his campaign, he probably needs to understand that he is a distractor for what's going on right now, and we should move on. That would be my advice to him if I had the opportunity and if he asked me. When you look at what's going on with the two-man race, which is really between Governor Romney and his former Speaker Gingrich, once again, you're seeing with Governor Romney, he has, hit a certain plateau. I mean, he normally nationally is about 25 to 27%, can't break through. And I think Speaker Gingrich is the next in line of individuals who have, for conservatives, they're looking for someone other than Romney. And that has been, Michelle Bachmann, then Rick Perry, Herman Cain, and now Speaker Gingrich. But I think that Speaker Gingrich does bring a lot of political intellect and experience to the table. His ideas that he is able to bring forth are, exceptional. And I think that's what makes him very viable. Now, of course, as I have said before, he does have that 200-pound rucksack on his back with, a lot of the personal baggage that, people are going to come at him, about. But, one thing that really perplexes me, no one talked about a lot of the associations that President Obama had. No one talked about a lot of the things that in his personal life, the drug use and things along that line. Now all of a sudden there's that duplicitous hypocrisy that they want to try to bring on the Republican candidates. So I think that we just have to stand on principles and issues, and I think it's going to be a two-man race when you boil it down.
So how do you feel about the idea of a Gingrich West ticket?
Now, why do you want to sit?
No, come on now. I think a lot of people would say I could go for that.
Well, I got to tell you, as I've told so many people that, 4 years ago I was packing up bags leaving, Kandahar, Afghanistan. So you can never predict where your life is going to go. But if someone were to come to me with that, first of all, I've got to pray about it. I've got to talk to my wife and my 2 daughters about it, because you were really talking about changing your life. I mean, my life is, incredibly changed already. But if people in this country believe that I can make a difference and that I can help to get our country back on track as far as, being truly a constitutional republic and helping the economic situation and the national security situation, really concerned about what I see in Iran and, of course, happening between Afghanistan and Pakistan. If I can make a difference, then, I'll answer that call.
Oh, it's great to have you on. Best of luck tonight. I'm sure you'll knock them dead.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But don't say knock them dead.
No,
okay?
sorry.
The liberals will go crazy.
The rhetoric.
There's all kinds of weird things you say to sound like a break a leg. Where did that come from? That's no fun.
Yeah, well, you never
I've broken my leg. That wasn't a good day.
Okay?
Yeah, that's right. All right. Well, good luck tonight. How about that?
Thanks a lot. We'll see you all tonight.
All right. Allen West with us, the morning.